I'd like to read the prayer list for this week. Prayers for a happy rebirth by natural and man-made disasters. For all those killed by others or by their own hands. Venerable Sung, Carl Arnett, Curtis Fitzgerald, Trevante Hurt, Chu Duk Newton, Dr. Vijay Patel, Richard Potter, Ralph Rumley, Gwen Spivey, Nancy Wilson, Robin Wood, Bodhicitta the Mouse, and Macon the Horse. Job search. Yes?
Battery pack for a second.
Okay. Job search. Roseanne Barona, Travis Boone, Brian and Brandy, Ryan Edmonds, Joe Griffiths. Okay.
You know, there is a bit probably do in English, but a lot of people can do it. Marme melam de kena ko marme melam definition marme melam de Ramla, you have like Lama Adisha light offering prayer in English, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's in this book. Let's see. Let's see.
There.
Geshe is referring to the light offering prayer on page 60 in the Silver Prayer Book. Before we get started, please, if we can read the sponsor's name and dedication. Susan Potter. For Richard Potter, may he pass happily and peacefully through the bardo. May he be born in a pure land, or may he take a precious human rebirth and be born to a religious family with strong devotion to the Buddha Dharma. May he meet the Dharma at a very young age with a mind that is eager and enthusiastic for study and practice, and may he live in conditions conducive to spiritual practice. May he meet only perfectly qualified, kind, and compassionate Mahayana teachers who will lead him faultlessly on the path to enlightenment. May he quickly become enlightened and return to benefit all sentient beings. The second sponsor is Barry Judge. For Daya Judge and all sentient beings who have left this life, may they retain all they have learned about concentration and selfless bodhicitta, and may they have a perfect, healthy human body, be born to loving parents who bring them to the Mahayana Dharma, and may they be guided by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends. For Florence Kaplan and all sentient beings who are close to death, may Amitabha stay close. May there be no extreme pain at the time of death, and in future lives may they be guided by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends. May Arlene Van Rickegem and all sentient beings suffering extreme physical pain quickly be freed from pain. May Amitabha show them how to use this pain as the path to benefit all beings, including themselves. In all future lives, may they be born in a perfect human body, never having to experience extreme pain. May all sentient beings realize the path to enlightenment as quickly as possible to benefit all beings to the end of time.
That's what I have to say. If you good afternoon, and thank you very much for coming here. For one of our close friends, best friend, Richard Porter. So, so many of all you already know Richard Porter. So, Suzanne and Richard, they are very, very dedicated to Kadampa Center, our communities here, and many, many years. First time when Richard was diagnosed with cancer, then I met with Richard and Susan, so we sit down, three of us sit down at my house, we talk. And he's very clear, so he's very clear, he's not like confused or afraid, he's very clear. So what kind of like treatment he's going to get is very clear. So then after that, talked to him on the phone a number of times, then visited him a number of times. Then traditionally there's the 8 set of prayer that you're supposed to say. So then Geshe Sangpo and I went down there and recite all of them multiple times. And the Wednesday night, so he called me again and asked me to come down. So then I went there. It's like around 10 o'clock at night or 10:30, I don't remember exactly time. Somewhere that I went there, Geshe Sangpo and I went there and say all the prayer, and he is aware that we are there. So then talk to him briefly. Then most of the time I say all the prayers, all the mantras and prayers. Then told him nothing to be worried, so he says, yeah, he's not worried. And he shook his Geshe Sangpo's hand, and it's a kind of give smile to Geshe Sangpo. That's exactly when he was alive, so his same smile he shows. So then after that, Thursday, then Friday, Saturday, he's not like much aware, but a lot of pains. So then medicine is necessary. When you have, I have also experienced when you have excruciating pain, you can think something positive. So once your pain is down, so you can at least think something positive. And so overall, I think Richard has should say like peaceful death, good death. No, it's not difficult, a peaceful death. And he's been reciting like many years. I think he's been reciting King of Prayers, and he was 100% convinced if you recite King of Prayer every day, he's going to be born in some pure land. So and also want to thank bottom of my heart on behalf of Richard and his family, showing that you are here to support. So because we are all karmically connections through these communities. So the prayer that we do, that's very traditional way, so when people pass away, you do medicine Buddha Puja. The 8th set of prayer, we already recite multiple times. So then we are here to come here, to show our support. So then, because of the karmic connection, it will definitely benefit. It will benefit his, like transition. So, so I'm very happy to see a lot of you here. So that's what we do as a community. So we, try to, contribute whatever ways we can do. So this is one of the gathering here to remember Richard and his good heart, his dedication to the center. So it happens like much faster than I expected. And even when I'm in the retreat, I call on the phone, number of times, so then text back and forth. That's the first time I learned how to text. So never text before. So anyway, thank you very much from bottom of my heart. Each one of you coming here to show support for Richard. Okay, thank you very much. So and I've been saying prayer, like because Richard and I'm very close, very close. We travel to Argentina, so Nepal together, and I see him quite often, almost every month, 3 or 3 times, something like that. So very close. So so now what we do as a friend, what we do, like each time when you remember Richard, if you say mantras, benefits, like few mantras, especially Mani mantra, Buddha compassion, Om Mani Padme Hum, you say, then you benefit. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much. So, Susan, you want to say a few words? Anyway, overall, is good death. It's good death. So many people die. So, but Richard was in his home. Like there's a lot of support. Comfortable. We visited multiple times. Nuns, they visited multiple times. Say a lot of prayers. Not just here, back in the monastery, people are saying prayer. I think it's overall. So now it's good death. But as I said, it's happened, like faster than I expected. But so anyway, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
So we'll read the light offering prayer by Lama Tisha on page 60. May the light of the lamp be equal to the great 3,000 worlds and their environment. May the wick of the lamp be equal to the king of mountains, Mount Meru. May the butter be equal to the infinite ocean. May there be billions of trillions of lamps in the presence of each and every Buddha. May the light illuminate the darkness of ignorance of all sentient beings, from the peak of samsara down to the most tortuous hell, whereby they can see directly and clearly all the 10 directions, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and their pure lands. Om Vajra Alake Agum Em Aho. I offer these beautifully exalted, clear, and luminous lights to the 1,000 Buddhas of the fortunate eon, to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the infinite pure lands and of the 10 directions, to all the gurus, meditation deities, dakas, dakinis, dharma protectors, and the assembly of deities of all mandals. Due to this, may my father, mother, and all sentient beings in this life and in all their future lives be able to see directly the actual pure lands of the complete and perfect Buddhas. May they unify with Buddha Amitabha in inseparable oneness. Please bless me, and may my prayers be actualized as soon as possible due to the power of truth of the Triple Gem and the assembly of deities of the three roots. Teata Om Pincha Griya Awa Bodhani Soha. 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 The light transforms into single, brilliant, five-color wisdom. On a lotus and moon disk, the syllables Om and Di appear. From then, 108 beautiful goddesses of light, Marmema, appear wearing beautiful garments and precious garlands. Every goddess holds lights in her hands, and from them emanate billions of trillions of infinite replicas of light-offering goddesses. All of them make light offerings uninterruptedly to all the Buddhas in the Buddha fields throughout all of space and to the peaceful and wrathful deities. Thus, due to the merits of having made such a light offering, may all the benefactors, deceased and migrating beings of the 6 realms benefit. May all their degenerated samaya and broken vows be restored. May all their superstitious obscurations be purified. May all their bad karma, negativities, and obscurations be purified. May the 3 realms of samsara become empty immediately. Please grant control, power, and realization. Now the Medicine Buddha mantra, Puja, starts on page 102 in this silver prayer book. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the I'm sorry.
If you are not familiar with the Medicine Buddha practice, you can just meditate, send your love and compassion, or maybe you can just say Mani mantra or Mani mantra. Okay, Mani benefit.
Okay. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom mind. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions, source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians, endowed with the wisdom mind. Nature incorporating the entire body, speech, mind, qualities, and activity of all the Tathagatas of the 3 times and 10 directions. Source of 84,000 collections of dharmas, Lord of all Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the kind and glorious holy root and lineage gurus. I seek refuge in the completely enlightened Lord Buddhas. I seek refuge in the holy Dharma. I seek refuge in the Arya Sangha. I seek refuge in the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas with their hosts of retinue deities. I seek refuge in the glorious holy protectors, Dharma protector guardians endowed with the wisdom I. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Supreme Assembly. By my merit from giving and other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dharmadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus, I shall endow with happiness in the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering in the causes of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, partiality. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dharmadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus, I shall endow with happiness in the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering in the cause of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, and partiality. All sentient beings who, although self and all appearances are Dharmadhatu by nature, have not realized it thus, I shall endow with happiness in the causes of happiness. I shall separate from suffering in the cause of suffering. I shall make inseparable from happiness without suffering, and I shall set in equanimity the cause of well-being, free from attachment, aversion, and partiality. For the welfare of all mother sentient beings, I need to attain complete Buddhahood. Therefore, I'm going to engage in the stages of the path, such as prostrating, making offerings and heartfelt requests, entreating the holy minds to grant blessings to the 8 brothers gone to bliss, the Lord Medicine Buddhas, with their host of retinue deities. To the power of the supreme truth of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas' blessings, the might of the 2 collections, and the purity of the Dharmadhatu, may this realm's beings and environment be enriched like Sukhavati with all the desirable perfections of both samsara and nirvana. Jeweled ground adorned with trees and with ponds, whose bottoms are covered with gold, silver, and pearl dust, flowers strewn and sandalwood fragrance rising, human and divine enjoyment, Samantabhadra's offerings everywhere. There in the center of a charming jewel palace, on lotuses and lion thrones, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abide. May everywhere be filled with oceans of clouds of offerings which they enjoy, born through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahateja Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mendo Pasam Kramana Vajre Sawakawa Avarano Vishodhana Vajre Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahateja Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mento Pasam Kamana Vajre Sawakawa Avarano Vishodhana Vajre Soha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vajrasara Pramadanaye Tathagataya Arahate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Vajre Vajre Mahavajre Mahateja Vajre Mahavidya Vajre Mahabodhicitta Vajre Mahabodhi Mento Pasam Kamana Vajre Sawakawa Avarano Vishodhana Vajre Soha. Now skip to the optional extensive version at the bottom. By the power of truth of the 3 rare sublime ones, the blessings of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, the great wealth of the completed 2 collections, and the sphere phenomena being pure and inconceivable, may these piles of clouds of offerings arising through transformation by the Bodhisattvas Arya, Samantabhadra, Manjushri, and so forth, unimaginable and inexhaustible, equaling the sky, arise, and in the eyes of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions be received. Compassionate protectors in degenerate times, 7 Sugātas, Buddha, Shakyamuni, Holy Dharma, Bodhisattvas, and guardians, invited us to support and protect a refuge to protect others and myself, may you come here, gather, and grant your blessings. Root Guru, whose kindness is King of the Shakyas, Manjushri, Shakarishita, and so on, holding in their hands this profound sutra, to the direct and lineage gurus I prostrate. To the compassionate ones who liberate destitute beings, seven Sugatas, Buddha, Shakyamuni, and Holy Dharma, Manjushri, Kabdro, Vajrapani, Brahma, and Ishvara, and the Maharajas and Yakshas I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings actually arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Great Bhagavan Assembly, pray listen. Seven Sugatas, just as you promised. Your previous prayers will be fulfilled during the final period of Shakyamuni's teachings. Pray show me in actuality it is true. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, renowned glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color with mudra of granting refuge, who accomplished 8 prayers, majestic with the glory of 2 accumulation, glorious one of the Buddha field, unconquered by others, true renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate. In flowers of the major marks flourishing and pure, anthers of minor signs, such a beautiful body. One who hears or thinks of you is glorified, true renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, may all sentient beings such as ourselves be freed from epidemics, execution, criminals, and spirits, have faculties fully complete, have the continuum of suffering and negativities cut, not fall to lower realms, and experience the happiness of humans and gods. With hunger, thirst, and poverty pacified, may there be wealth. Without torments of bodies such as bindings and beatings, without harm of tigers, lions, and snakes, with conflict pacified, endowed with loving minds and relieved from fear of flood as well, may we pass to fearless bliss. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete. Become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as renowned, glorious King of excellent signs, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, Enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, King of melodious sound, brilliant radiance of skill, adorned with jewels, moon, and lotus, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Yellow in color with mudra of granting the supreme, who accomplished 8 prayers majestic to the glory of 2 accumulations. Glorious one of the Buddha field endowed with jewels, I prostrate to King of melodious sound. Well adorned with jeweled moon and lotus, wisdom expanded in mastery of all noble objects. Endowed with the mind as deep as the ocean, I prostrate at the feet of King of melodious sound. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the distracted flourish in the Dharma, have wealth and goods of humans and gods, without torment at conception, be always born human, never be separated from bodhicitta, increase in virtuous Dharma, purify obscurations, and attain the happiness of humans and gods. May we be freed from being separated from the spiritual guide, from dark ages, spirit harm, death, and enemies, and from the dangers of isolated places. May we have enthusiasm for making offerings and performing ritual services. May lesser beings have samadhi, mindfulness, strength, the dharani of non-forgetfulness, and attain supreme wisdom. May tormenting fires be cooled, and when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete. Become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as King of melodious sound, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless excellent gold, great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, stainless great jewel who accomplishes all vows, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color like the river Tsambu with Dharma teaching mudra. Having accomplished 4 prayers, of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field, incense filled, I prostrate to stainless excellent gold. Paramount among golds like the gold of the river Tsambu, blazing with more radiance than 1,000 suns, body like a I prostrate to stainless excellent gold. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the short-lived gain longevity, the poor full wealth. May combatants come to have loving minds. May we not be without training and fall to the lower realms, but be bound by our vows and never without bodhicitta. And when we pass away from this life, May we be born from a lotus in that Buddha-filled qualities complete. Become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as stainless excellent gold, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Like red in color with mudra of meditative equipoise, will accomplish 4 prayers majestic to the glory of 2 accumulations. Glorious one of the Buddha field without sorrow, I prostrate to supreme glory, free from sorrow. Pass beyond supreme bliss. Pacify our sentient beings, free poisons and suffering. Protector of beings of the 6 realms, to the glorified one, supreme glory, free from sorrow, I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and meditation. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, for all sentient beings such ourselves, may sorrow and the like always be pacified, and life be long and happy. May the conqueror's light increase bliss and joy in the house. May we have brightness, beauty, and wealth, unharmed by spirits. May we have love for each other, and may there be no disease. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete. Become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, from sorrow, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, melodious ocean proclaim Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Pink in color with mudra teaching the Dharma, who accomplish 4 prayers majestic with the glory of accumulations. This one of the Buddha field victory banner of Dharma, I prostrate melodious proclaim Dharma. Great Dharma conquering adversaries, endowed with speech as deep as ocean. I prostrate to melodious ocean. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanate through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, for all sentient beings such as ourselves, may we always have perfect view and faith, hear the sound of Dharma, and be enriched with bodhicitta. For the sake of resources, may we give up negativity, wealth increase. may we abide in love, have long lives, and be content. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors such as Lotus Ocean proclaim Dharma, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of the ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, delightful King of clear knowing, supreme wisdom of an ocean of Dharma, prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Coral color with mudra granting the supreme will accomplish 4 prayers majestic to the glory of 2 accumulations. Glorious one of the Buddha field, ocean of jewels, I prostrate to King of clear knowing. Mind of profound Dharma wisdom, difficult to fathom, sporting in the pure sphere of truth, one who sees all knowable objects directly, I prostrate to King of clear knowing. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, and offering, may all sentient beings such as ourselves, may the distracted be free of malice and rich in goods. May those on evil paths to lower realms attain the 10 virtues. May those controlled by others gain perfect independence, and all have long life, hear the names, and be virtuous. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that Buddha field, qualities complete, become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as King of clear knowing, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, medicine guru, King of Lapasite, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Blue in color with mudra granting the supreme, who accomplished 12 prayers majestic to the glory of 2 accumulations, glorious one of the Buddha field, lapis light, I prostrate to medicine guru, King of doctors. Bhagawan with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispelled the suffering of lower realms, dispeller of disease and the 3 poisons. I to medicine Buddha, lapis light. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the force of hearing the conqueror's name, expressing it, remembering, prostrating, offering, may each and every sentient being, such as ourselves, all become like you, graced with marks and signs. May the light dispelling darkness, the enjoyment of wisdom, and skillful means be inexhaustible. May those attracted to mistaken and lesser paths enter Mahayana paths, and all be beautified by their vows. May we be free from pain caused by immorality, be complete in faculties and without disease, and have abundant goods. May those disillusioned with the weakest conditions always have powerful faculties, and may we be freed from Mara's noose and perverse viewpoints. May those tormented by kings gain bliss, those who out of hunger support themselves to negativity be satisfied with food received in accordance with the Dharma. May hardships of heat and cold be pacified, and all good wishes be fulfilled. Endowed with the morality that pleases the Aryas, may we be liberated. And when we pass away from this life, may we be born from a lotus in that is complete. Become a vessel for transmitting the teachings of conquerors, such as medicine guru, king of doctors, and cause them delight. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. To the Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, fully enlightened Buddha, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Please may the pledges you made ripen upon myself and all sentient beings right now. May all my pure prayers succeed immediately. Golden in color with earth-pressing mudra, who to the force of unique great compassion and enthusiasm became the glorious one of this, the fearless gold system, I prostrate to the supreme leader, head of the Shakyas. Born the Shakya lineage out of skillful means and compassion, unchallenged by others, conqueror of Mara's forces, golden Mount Meru, I prostrate to the king of the Shakyas. I make every collection of all to the force of samadhi and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues. Request and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Pray, bless us and all beings who lack a protector, to receive here immediately, without exception, the benefits of the Supreme Teacher, the extensive sutra ritual of medicine Buddha. So we'll recite the next stanza 3 times. Supreme Lamb, darkest of ignorance, foremost of medicines alleviating suffering and disease, to the entire sublime Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Supreme lamp dispelling the darkness of ignorance, foremost of medicines alleviating suffering and disease. To the entire sublime Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Supreme suffering and disease. To the entire sublime Dharma, I prostrate, offer, and go for refuge. Homage to the Mother of the Victorious One, perfection of wisdom, the Dharma of the three vehicles, who totally destroys the dark seed of suffering's cause and uproots the pain of suffering completely. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated through the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Through the blessings of the truth of the holy Dharma jewel, may I and all others henceforth in all our lives practice the Buddha's teachings in their entirety exactly as the Buddha's intended. The conqueror's heart were invoked by 36,000 sons of Sugatas, Manjushri, Kabdrul, and Vajrapani. Thus requested all of them for me here and now. Work after Yaksha leaders as well, as you promised to do before previous teachers, to stop enemies, harmers, and epidemics, pacify all conflict, and increase physical and mental bliss. Increase wealth, power, property, crops, and accomplish these desired goals as you wish, and always protect. How many mantras should we do, Keshla?
You decide.
Okay. So there are two mantras, and the ones they're easy to with the common pronunciation. On the first box is a long mantra, and the one below that is the short one. So let's say let's recite the long mantra 7 times, and then let's say the short mantra to ourselves for the rest of the mala, and then we'll do the 108th together. Okay, and I'll chant it out loud so you know when to stop. Okay, so 7 of the long ones. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate So Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bedurya Tabarazaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyak Sambuddhaya Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samugate So Teyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Keata Om Bekanze Bekanze Maha Bekanze Bekanze Tata Samagate Soha. Root Guru, his kindness is without equal. King of the Shakyas, Manjushri, Shantariksha, and so on, holding in their hands this profound sutra, to the direct and lineage gurus I prostrate. To the compassionate ones who liberate destitute beings, to the seven Sagatas, Buddha Shakyamuni, and the Holy Dharma, to Manjushri, Kabdul, Vajrapani, Brahma, and Ishvara, and the Maharajas and Yakshas I prostrate. I make every collection of offerings aptly arranged and emanated to the force of mantra, samadhi, and aspiration. I confess all downfalls and negativities, rejoice in virtues, request and beseech and dedicate such virtues as these to the great enlightenment. Whatever I have done or caused to be done that was unprepared or degenerated, or done with my deluded mind, please be patient with all of these. Whatever the beings of this degenerate age have done of lesser merit mixed with ignorant delusions that did not fulfill the Arya's wishes, please be patient with these as well. Under the influence of miserliness, slackiness, having made bad offerings or faulty, O protector endowed with great compassion, please be patient with these as well. Whatever was superfluous or left undone, parts of the ritual, or whatever was forgotten, please be patient with these as well. By remaining here together with this image for the sake of all migrators, may you grant us long life without illness, power, and supreme attainment. Om Sutatita Benzaye Soha. Auspicious verses. The hosts of medicine Buddha deities, pervading all directions of the round of space with perfection, some raining down multicolored lotuses, some singing songs requesting goodness, some acting to conquer Mars and obstructors, and all bestowing on you supreme good fortune. Know this full well and be very joyful, and I shall voice sweet melody and expressing auspiciousness. Supreme teacher of humans and gods, touching my crown to your feet of jewel moonlight, grants the glory of good fortune of Kumuda flowers blossoming to Manindra, moon of expounders, I prostrate. Manjushri and Great Abbot Shantarakshita, Trisan Detsan, Atisha, father and sons, second conquered Losang Drapa, and so on, through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities of the supreme root and lineage gurus, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon. May it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Accomplishing a supreme ocean of prayers, invoking truth during the teachings declined for protectorless beings who were untamed by other sunlight conquerors, through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities of those seven Sagatas protectors during degenerate times. May all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon. May it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Arising well from the broad, lotus-like tongue of the Lord of the Able Ones, especially exalted even in the later days of the Shakya's teachings, such that if performed one gains the essence of immortality's ambrosia. Through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities of that king of the vast and profound Sutra Pitaka, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon. May it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities of those children of the lineage performing the sutra ritual, by simply reciting the names of the kings of doctors of all realms, 10 directions, and through the especially extensive prayers of the teacher, Buddha, and the Sugatas, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon. May it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. Accomplished through the compassion mantra of the Sagatas, through faith, samadhi, and words of truth, construction of jewels, abode of the 3 jewels beyond the 3 realms, through the auspiciousness of all collected good qualities of that supreme Buddha field equal to Sagatas, may all negativity and degeneration be ended, and bliss and goodness increasing like the waxing moon. May it be auspicious to enjoy the glory of perfection. I'd like to read the sponsors' names and their dedications. Susan Potter. For Richard Potter, may he pass happily and peacefully through the bardo. May he be born in a pure land, or may he take a precious human rebirth and be born to a religious family with strong devotion to the Buddha Dharma. May he meet the Dharma at a very young age with a mind that is eager and enthusiastic for study and practice, and may he live in conditions conducive to spiritual practice. May he meet only perfectly qualified, kind, and compassionate Mahayana teachers who will lead him faultlessly on the path to enlightenment. May he quickly become enlightened and return to benefit all sentient beings. Barry Judge. For Daya Judge and all sentient beings who have left this life, may they retain all they have learned about concentration and selfless bodhicitta, and may they have a perfect, healthy human body, be born to loving parents who bring them to the Mahayana Dharma, and may they be guided by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends. For Florence, Kaplan, and all sentient beings who are close to death, may Amitabha stay close. May there be no extreme pain at the time of death, and in future lives may they be guided by perfectly qualified Mahayana virtuous friends. May Arlene Van Rickegem and all sentient beings suffering extreme physical pain quickly be freed of pain. May Amitabha show them how to use his pain as the path to benefit all beings, including themselves. In all future lives may they be born in a perfect human body, never having to experience extreme pain. May all sentient beings realize the path to enlightenment as quickly as possible to benefit all beings to the end of time.
Oh, yeah. So maybe anybody like to share some of the memory, like Richard? Anybody like to share? Say a few words. Anybody want to share? Without pressure, no pressure. If you like to share, before dedications, welcome you. Welcome to say a few words. So anybody? Yeah, anybody?
Thank you, Geshe-la. I'll just share briefly when when Richard and I met. It wasn't even a blind date. I was a fifth wheel at a dinner party, and Richard's date didn't show up. And so you never know what will happen. That was 34 years ago. And then in 1994, we walked through a Kadampa door in another building, but through a Kadampa door, and took a meditation class. And Herb and Julie were the teachers. And then Don and Robbie came in a few times later and introduced us to some other classes. So I just hope that everybody who's here has such fortunate meetings in the future. So thank you very much.
I just want to share that Richard was Geshe-la's go-to guy at the last several years. So our car would overheat on the side of the road, and Geshe-la would tell me, call Richard, and I'd call, and I would call Richard, and Richard would come, and I'd say, really? And several times this happened with cars or other things. It was like our little guardian angel who we could call no matter when, and Richard would be there to help, and it was hugely appreciated by all of us.
Okay, I've got a story too. Actually, I've got several, but I can start it with the phone call that I'd always get. Well, Sandy, if you want to go have a cup of coffee, and I'd like to talk to you about being more involved in the center, and maybe we should have a party. So that was the first time with the appreciation party many years ago, and then I got a phone call. So Sandy, why don't we go have a cup of coffee? I'd like to talk to you about maybe being on management. Then a few years later, so Sandy, how about a cup of coffee? Maybe think about being on the board. And then I also have him to thank for the relationship, the closer relationship I have with our Sangha, because when I first started, I think like so many, we just don't really know how to do things in Sangha care or any of those things. And so Sandy, what about a house blessing? And I said, well, that would be great. Oh, good, because you're having one tomorrow and Geshla's coming. It's like, what? So just having coffee with Richard and just getting to know him, he is singly the most important connection that I made with the center, who got me so involved, who really opened up, Kadampa Center, to opened up. Just so many things that happened for me here.
I had heard that Richard was an awesome cook, but I really got to experience it when we had the last retreat at Nolan's farm. First, we met at his house to make gallons of vegetarian chili, and he made this ordinary little vegetarian chili like a gourmet pot. And people really enjoyed it a whole lot more that year than ever. And then at the retreat, I never was very good at making coffee, so I asked him for a recommendation of how much of the grounds do you put in a little basket to make the coffee? And I said, this much? He's no, more. He's this much? More. I said, well, show me how much. And I swear he put the whole pound of coffee in there. I said, you must go through a lot of coffee at home. But it was really good, and it woke people up and kept them awake.
A lot of you have heard my little story about meeting Richard and Susan. Venerable Tendrin, when she was here and I was a little baby back in 2008, brand new, and I always tried to give her something. It was just, I always wanted to give her something, and she kept saying, thank you. No, thank you. Finally, she mimicked back pain, so I said, aha, would you like some yoga? Yes. So I went to where she lived, and I didn't have a clue about anything of where she lived, so I just showed up at this address, and I taught her yoga, and it all went great, and I didn't have another job, and so she mentioned that this person that lived in this house, mother, was there, and she needed some care, so I thought, well, I can apply for that and give it a try. So I showed up for my interview, and Richard answered the door, and I knew him briefly from discovering Buddhism, so we all knew him sitting in the back asking questions, and I said, what are you doing here? He said, I live here. Oh, she's living with you guys. So that's how I got so close to Susan and Richard, for being there with Venerable Tendrin and jammy talks in the mornings and wonderful times, and spending time with Richard and cooking things his way, cutting things his way, and putting them in the pot his way. So it was a very fun time, and I'm extremely appreciative of it. I know you got more.
I remember when we were building the stupa, and we had all these bricks to lay and so many tons of gravel and everything, and we had a crew of 6 or 8 of us that would work on it every day, and Richard volunteered to be our cook, which was wonderful. And every day he would work at home at his kitchen, and at noon he would show up with wonderful food, and we had our own cook for our crew, and it was just made our days so wonderful.
I was very privileged that Richard, when I first got certified as a nursing assistant, he helped me to get a job at the agency where he was a nurse. And I know that he just worked countless hours helping people as a home care nurse, and for very little, reward. I think he just did it as a bodhisattva. And I wasn't very, I was very new to it, and I didn't do such a great job in that position or stay very long. He was so kind, and he still gave me a reference for a different position like a year later after that one didn't work out so well. And he was just very gracious, and I felt like, you know, he just had so much warmth, and you know, you felt so welcome to come here, and I think he made me and everyone feel like part of the community, like this was a family, and I felt like he really took me under his wing. He was like, extraordinarily kind. So.
Well, I'm holding a mic, so I'll speak. There's so many things, but actually one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot in the last couple of weeks is that when my father died, Richard and Susan showed up at my door with comfort food. And then when Susan's mother died, I went to their house with comfort food. And then when my mother died, they came to my door with comfort food. And when Susan's sister died, I went to their home with comfort food. And that's who Richard was, thinking about others. That's who Susan is, thinking about others, and always finding a way to offer comfort.
Okay, so on page 134, we'll read the dedication prayers. Oh, more?
No. I want to say, okay, yeah. No.
Hi, I had known Richard for just a couple of years, and when I think of him, I think of his smile. Just being near him, just when he smiled, and I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. He lit up the room, and I always felt a sense of peace when I was around him, and I could feel him, and it was just something that I've never felt from anybody else. I knew him as somebody who sneaked around taking food to people. One woman in particular was an older woman who had had surgery, and he would go very often with soup and with dishes, but he didn't know that I knew this. I knew this woman. You know, he never told what he did, but she told me, and so you get found out whether it's good or bad, don't you? And another thing was I was in a rehab center in Apex after I had a hip replacement, and Richard knew that I liked Diet Pepsi, and he showed up at the rehab center with a Diet Pepsi. Who else does that? Who else remembers those little things? And that made me feel really special. You know, I was very sick and in a lot of pain, and he comes in with that big smile and a Diet Pepsi. It just made my day, and I'll never forget it, or him. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so in the second line of the dedication prayers, where it says, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha, let's say, may I quickly attain the state of Medicine Buddha. Due to the merits of these virtuous actions, may I quickly attain the state of Medicine Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into that enlightened state. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. just as the brave Manjushri and Samanta Bhadra too realize things as they are. I too dedicate all these merits in the best way, that I may follow their perfect example. I dedicate all these roots of virtue with the dedication praised to the best by the victorious ones thus gone of the 3 times, so I might perform good works. Due to the merits accumulated over the 3 times by myself and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, which are empty from their own side, may the I, who is empty from its own side, achieve the state of enlightenment, which is empty from its own side, and lead all sentient beings who are empty from their own side to that state as quickly as possible by myself alone. Because of all the merits of the 3 times created by me and all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and other sentient beings, may there be no wars, famines, disease, quarreling, fighting, or unhappy minds. May there be great prosperity, and may everything needed be easily obtained. May all the human beings in the world be guided by spiritual leaders, teaching only Dharma, and may everyone enjoy the happiness of Dharma. So there's some more dedication prayers in the Gold Prayer Book. On page, I think it's 244 and 245. And in the white, if you don't have the Gold Prayer Book, there's a white binder, and it's on the back of the first page. It says Kadampa Center Prayers. Page 244 and 245 in the Gold Prayer Book. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good, all-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso. Please remain until samsara ends. And on the opposite page at the bottom, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatara, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. Now back to the original page. You who uphold the Sugduru's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majjhina's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, Savior of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live. And then 7 green Taurus mantras for Geshe-la's long, healthy, happy life. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Om Tare Tu Re Soha.
Once again, thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, each and every one of you, showing your support. It means a lot for me, a lot for Richard and his families, and for the community. Thank you very much.